Education in Ethiopia, a shining World Leadership Award for Earth Protection Laureate, assisted in the wake of COVID-19. The Global Partnership for Education, a multi-stakeholder partnership and funding platform, has granted $14.85 million to sustain continued education in Ethiopia during the pandemic. This contribution, with the World Bank being the grant agent for Ethiopia, will back the COVID-19 Education Response Project, which seeks to support distance learning and save reopening of schools. In particular, the project will supply reopened schools with sanitation and safety materials and carry out a communication campaign to keep parents and students well informed of safety procedures, among other measures. Accelerated learning activities will also be provided to compensate for the time missed. This project is expected to be implemented during the next 18 months while supplementing other World Bank educational endeavors. Our sincere appreciation, Global Partnership for Education and World Bank. In heaven's protection, may the bright children of Ethiopia be blessed with a peaceful and prosperous future.
Japanese researchers test UVC light for disinfecting COVID-19 virus on surfaces. Researchers from Hiroshima University in Japan have discovered that ultraviolet C light of 222 nanometers can effectively disable the COVID-19 virus within 30 seconds. The 222 nanometers frequency is especially useful in real-world scenarios as it cannot penetrate human cells in the skin or eyes. Thus, it is safe around people. The disinfecting lamps that are currently used for rooms are 254 nanometers and can harm exposed human tissues, so the new discovery could lead to more widespread availability of UVC disinfection systems. However, the scientists noted that more tests need to be conducted. Our appreciation, Hiroshima University researchers, for your valuable work. May your findings lead to better ways to clean public areas for the well-being of all in divine care.
Solar and wind markets expand worldwide. United Kingdom-based independent climate think tank, Amber, recently reported a 14% growth in wind and photovoltaic sectors in the first half of 2020 compared to the same period last year across 48 countries that hold 80% of global electricity generation. For nations mentioned in the study, solar energy and wind energy produced approximately 9.8% of the total electricity output. Germany led the wind and solar energy trend at 42%, followed by the UK with 33%, Turkey at 13%, the United States at 12%, and China, Brazil, India, and Japan at 10% each. The report concludes that while the renewable trend is optimistic, bolder actions are needed to prevent an above 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature rise worldwide. Thank you, Amber researchers, for publishing these important findings. In heaven's mercy, may world leaders quickly take the bold action required to save the planet and enact vegan law.
Australian state bans single-use plastics. South Australia is the first state in the nation to ban single-use plastics, including straws, drink stirrers, and cutlery. The prohibition will take effect early next year to give businesses a chance to prepare and also has the option to add more items. A year after the law comes into effect, plastic bowls, plates, and polystyrene cups will also be banned. The state was also the first in Australia to stop single-use plastic bags in 2009 and also introduced a container deposit plan in 1977. Bravo, South Australia, on your actions to help preserve waterways, beaches, and cherished wildlife. May other states follow your lead for an even greener country in celestial splendor.
Community steps up for farmer after heart attack. Len Onjem had just begun harvesting the durum wheat and canola crop grown on his farm in North Dakota, United States, when he suffered a heart attack. Upon hearing of this, about 16 neighbors quickly rallied and put harvesting their own crops on hold. They showed up at Mr. Onjem's farm with 15 tractor trailers, 11 combines, and 6 grain carts. In 7 hours, they harvested over 1,000 acres. The recovering farmer was still in hospital, but had the assurance that the crop was safe in the granary thanks to his caring neighbors. Family friend Gina Bind explained that this was the farming way of life. You help your neighbor out when they need it and don't expect anything in return. What a heartwarming example of unconditional love. We wish Len Onjem continued recovery to good health and God's blessings to his thoughtful neighbors in the goodness of heaven.
Research finds increase in plant-based snacking amid COVID-19. A poll of over 2,000 United Kingdom adults in August 2020 found that while people increased their snack consumption during lockdown, 1 in 5 respondents expanded their purchase of plant-based food. Among 18 to 34-year-olds, the number increased to 37%, with 45% willing to try plant-based products. Health concerns followed by environmental were the most commonly reported motivation for their choices. Furthermore, 44% of respondents reported buying plant-based milks during lockdown. The study was conducted for Olam International, a global leading cocoa company. Commenting on the survey, Wilder Stonth, North American head of product development and innovation at Olam International, called the shift towards plant-based and dairy-free choices especially exciting, providing opportunities for manufacturers to innovate to meet the growing demand. Many thanks, Olam International, for your encouraging findings. In the Divine's compassion, we pray that all beings will adopt the benevolent vegan lifestyle.
One of the largest global apparel companies bans exotic animal leathers. In a historic victory for vulnerable animals, United States-based fashion giant PVH Corp announced that it will stop the use of exotic animal skins in all its collections, including popular brands Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and Van Heusen. Having appealed for an end to the merciless trade over the last decade, Shining World Compassion Award recipient People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, welcomed the announcement. In a press release, PETA asserted that not only will the humane decision save countless animals, including snakes, crocodiles, and ostriches, it will also help reduce the risk of zoonotic outbreaks. Heaven bless you, PVH Corporation, for your caring choice, and our warm gratitude, PETA, for your ongoing efforts to protect innocent animals. May all businesses choose cruelty-free practices as we herald the dawn of a new vegan era.